welcome to the show. It's West Coast Wolf, your humble host. Tonight's topic, we're going to talk about something very, very important. It's come to my attention in a lot of ways. I need to talk about this because there's definitely some feedback and some twisted signals out there. We need to get a few things straight. So tonight I'm going to discuss that in detail about what needs to happen as far as communication. Effective communication. Do you practice it? Do you understand what that means? See, there's a lot of confused people out there. A lot of confused people out there, and it can be very, very misleading when you don't make things simple. Things should be very simple. When you talk about leading people, it needs to be very simple. Something that's easy to convey the message at hand. You don't got to sound all smart, all high educated like this. A lot of people out there. Now, I understand if you speak that way, that's fine. But if this is not your normal talk, don't try to elevate yourself above other people and sound just because you want to sound smart and educated. Because truth be told, that means nothing to people. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That's a universal fact. You spend any time in the world, like I have, in different people and different backgrounds, different nations, go to different countries, you begin to see this is a universal truth. People don't give a damn what you know until they know you actually care. And a lot of people don't understand that, and that's why nothing's happening in a lot of different circles. You see, I genuinely care about my people. I genuinely care about the people that I roll with. I care about the people that I encounter who want a significant change in their life. I care about people who are genuine people. I care. There's a lot of people out there selling snake oil salesmen. They'll sell you anything to make some money on you, anything to make a buck, to turn a profit. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be that guy. And the thing is, a lot of us out here, we filter a lot of information from Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, various different articles on our phone. Some of us might be on our phone right now talking to somebody else. But the fact of the matter is, how can you ever get thoughts and understanding of a people, of a movement, if you're not really focused on the task at hand? You can't be doing 50 million different things and expect some real good results. I mean, let me tell you something. I'll give you a good example. If I want to make it we're in the Bay Area, right? So everybody know where Alcatraz is, okay? Right across from San Francisco, okay? If I want to make it across that rough water, shark-infested water, I cannot be trying to drag two people with me when I can't even swim that good myself. Chances good I'm not gonna make the goal that I have at hand. But if you focus on really swimming for yourself, swimming for your family, one goal, one focus, one purpose, to get across that water in the fastest amount of time possible, chances good if you're a decent swimmer, you're likely gonna make it. But you're not gonna make it if you got yourself in 100 different things. You got yourself focused on 50 different things, dragging two people with you. That's not part of your family. Don't have the same goals as you have, but you're dragging these people. And I'm telling you today, the thing is, effective communication. People don't know what that means. So I looked the dictionary version of the word up so you can understand what it is. So I'm going to read to you so people can understand what communication really means. It says, it's a means of connection between people or places in particular. Okay, we're dealing with the people aspect tonight, okay? Sure, you might feel a connection with some place you may go to, may feel like you feel rooted in, like people say they go to Africa, they feel like they made it home. That's a connection. You feel like some kind of communication is going through your system by being in that environment, on that place, in that land. I get it. But as far as people, communication is verbal and nonverbal communication. Some say, I'm going to say some because they got people who argue with the fact or the study done that says 7% of communication is verbal. 93% is nonverbal. Now, you can take those numbers with you and believe it or not. It's up to you. But the fact is this. If you don't know how to communicate effectively, you're going to lose your audience. You're going to lose the thoughts. But at the same time, it's also responsibility on those who are listening to pay attention. You see, you can't be on your smartphone doing a million different things when somebody's talking to you about something important. You know, I work in the public sector, and people telling me constantly they're going on these dates with different people, men and women. They on a date with somebody they never met before, talking about how the whole time he or she was on her phone. Yeah, you want to meet this person, you want to bridge the gap and maybe see if there's a connection there. Communication is lacking. Why? Because you're spending your time on your phone most of the time. You can't turn off the Facebook. You can't turn off the Twitter updates. You got to be checking everything every 4 or 5 minutes. And people wondering why things ain't working out in their life. Well, you're not focused on not one good thing. So this thing don't happen to you. When I want to get something done, I have a laser beam focus on what I want to get done. I don't allow myself to get too far off from being sidetracked. When I really want to get something done, that's why I'm effective at what I want to do, what I decide to sit down and do. If I focus on something, for example, I created this template the other day for CJ for our shirts and whatnot we do to get like a schematic, a detailed sheet so we know how many shirts we got, how many shirts have been requested. He has an easy to go-to form to figure out without looking through the box and trying to find out how many shirts we got left. I never done it before in Word, but I spend 2 hours on doing it on a Saturday night. I spend 2 hours on creating that form. Why? I focused on it. It was important. So the point I'm telling you tonight is talking about communication. Effective communication. Do you practice it? Because, see, if you're not practicing it, you're not going to be good at it. Some of it is talk. Some of it is body language. Some of it is action. Some of it is facial expressions. All these things communicate to the people you're talking to, whether you're serious or not serious, focused or not focused, know what the hell you're talking about or don't know what the hell you're talking about. All these things are happening instantaneously when you're speaking to somebody about any given subject. Okay? So the question is, do you understand what that means? Do you understand what effective communication is? This is the question for tonight. And I'm going to give you time to answer that question because right now, this is going to be an hour show. I'm not going to go. I talked to one brother. He was listening, and he said he listened to part of the broadcast, but it was too long for him, so he had to get off. And I know he's an activist. He's doing his thing. I understand that. But for some people, need to hear the whole thing. But tonight, I'm going to scale it back to an hour. So I want to make sure you guys we focus on a few points today because I don't want you to get sidetracked. Okay, now, what is your goal in this life? Do you know why you were put here? If you do know why, can you communicate effectively enough so that others will understand your purpose? If you don't know what you need to be doing, let's start you out by communicating that you don't know how to communicate. How can you do this? Just say, I don't know. Can you teach me? Then let the teacher teach you. Simple as that. If you don't know how to do something and you pick a teacher to teach you something, trust that person to give you that information. Too many people ask me to resolve a problem, right? I ain't talking about people on the phone. I'm just talking about in general, in the world, in life. I come from the tech industry. People ask me to fix something for them. People ask me to fix a problem or ask me my opinion or ask me to help them with a situation. The minute I get into what I'm doing, now they want to tell me how to do what they ask me to do, which makes totally no sense whatsoever. Like CJ is a carpenter. I've been with CJ on different jobs or whatever. He's showing me different little things. When CJ is talking to me about fixing something carpentry-wise, hey, I'm listening because I don't know carpentry. It's that simple. But we, too many times in this life, black folks, we like to talk, and we all like to talk. But the thing is, if you're going to like to talk, you better know a couple things. That you're getting your message across. And if you're not, you need to know that too. Because too many times I see people spend hours with people. I mean, literally hours with people. And they're hitting a brick wall. And they don't know they hit the brick wall 2 hours ago. I've seen many of friends, many of guy friends try to talk to girls who were not interested in them. I saw it in the first 5 minutes she wasn't interested in him. This fool's still talking. He's talking for another 30 minutes. I'm like, dude, let's go. She's not feeling you. But you know what? We have to all go through our journey. But we're looking at the verbal communication. We're looking at the nonverbal communication, the body language. I'm an expert at this stuff. I know who I'm going to spend my time with. I don't need 2 hours to talk to somebody for 2 hours to know the person somebody I'm going to talk to or not. I don't have to do that. I can sit and talk with you 15, 20 minutes. If you are wandering off and I'm trying to teach you something and you're not interested, I'm going to detach from you and do my thing somewhere else because I'm not going to waste my time. Time is valuable. We can make money all day long. We cannot get back our time. So if I'm going to spend my time with somebody, whether I love them or not, if you ain't listening, you think you know better, then don't ask me no questions. Don't complain when things not going the way it's supposed to go for you because you don't have the time, patience, understanding to know when you have somebody can teach you something. You see, when you're making money, those who make more money than me, and I trust them, I'm going to listen to that person. Okay? Those who have been in situations that I've never been into and I'm going to situations that may need that advice, I'm going to listen to them. You don't go to a carpenter to fix electronics. You don't go to an electronics person to do carpentry. You don't go to a martial artist to teach you something that's not related to martial arts. Same as this. I told my friend last night, talking to CJ last night, effective communication. Let me explain something to you. What we're doing in the BABC Reloaded, what we're doing is this. We're training soldiers, okay? Mental and later maybe physical soldiers. And what does a soldier do? A soldier follows orders. A soldier has discipline. A soldier knows when to play their position. This is a soldier, okay? So if you are somebody told me one time they was a 5-star general. I said, if you're a general, why ain't nobody following you? But you're a 5-star general. See, to me, that's ridiculous. Don't tell me stupid stuff like that because I'm very intelligent. I'm always thinking, listen to what people say. I got a lot of passion. I have to be slowed down sometime when I'm in the heat of something, but I'm always listening all the time. Don't tell me stuff that don't make sense, backed up by action. You see, I was learning from the old school people in the South. They said, son, nobody want to hear a sermon. They want to see a sermon. Think about that for a minute. They don't want to hear a sermon. They want to see a sermon. Well, what that means really, it took me a while to understand this. What that really means is that if you do a lot of talking and you ain't doing nothing to back it up, it's going to be short-lived. But I can say that confidently with myself. I'm going to talk the talk, but I'm going to walk the walk too. So you can get two. You can get a 2-on-1 for me. And a few people that I know, you can get a 2 for 1. But some people out there, a lot of people out there, they going to give you the talking, but they ain't going to do no walking. So for me to spend my time and spend time with you, you better be about your business. You better be serious. You about to mean what you mean, say what you mean what you say. Because communication is always going on, family. Whether you're doing the communicating, whether you're doing communicating, whether you know it or not, you're communicating all the time. So tonight I want to discuss with you guys effective communication, okay? There is actually four keys to improve communication if you're not good at it. I'm going to read those keys to you right now. Number 1 is become an engaged listener. Become an engaged listener. What is that? That's somebody who can listen to you. You guys can sit down and have a nice, peaceful discussion. Nobody's getting upset. Nobody's getting irate. It's a peaceful, engaging discussion. You listen to somebody tell you about something, whatever it is, and then you turn around and you give them some feedback or whatever it is. That's number 1. Number 2, pay attention to nonverbal signals, okay? Pay attention to nonverbal signals. Now, this is something you can't really do on the phone, but face-to-face, if you focus, not on your phone, looking around the room, looking at everything else going around you, you're going to understand, you're going to catch that. Number 3, keep stress in check. A lot of folks in the community, not just in the BABC, in the entire black community, in the nation, in the world, period, they don't know how to keep their stress in check. And one thing I learned about this, I'm gonna have a discussion on leadership one day, not today. But one thing about good leaders or great leaders, what you will find is this: they don't let people shake them too much. They gonna either sit down and work with you, but when things get out of control, they gonna detach themselves. That's what great leaders do. Great leaders don't sit there and argue and fight 30 minutes to get a point across. To me, you're looking for validation if you want to win 30 minutes with somebody. If I spend 30 minutes with somebody, you best believe I love that person. I'm trying to gain them. I'm trying to do something. But it gets to the point where it's nothing happening, detach and come back later. But you can best believe West Coast Wolf don't spend nobody who ain't paying me, who ain't helping me do something. I'm not going to spend that kind of time with you if you just somebody passing through in the night and you want to get me upset. You want to get me going. It ain't going to happen. I promise you. Because I've learned this over 30 years. I consider myself a mindset master. I can train myself to block certain things. And when I shut that piece of my mind down, when I decide to shut it down. See, some of the people, you can't decide to do that. You're being ruled by your emotions, okay? You cannot decide to do that. That's when you're going to become a great leader. When you become a great leader or a good leader or a leader, you know how to shut certain things down when it's not benefiting the overall stress in check. Number 4, assert yourself. Assert yourself means to take the initiative to get things going. Me personally, I know a lot of people right now. I've made a lot of connections over the last, I don't know how many years. But I noticed that in most of the situations that I've been in, most of my friends have been engaged by me. I've initiated. I'm an assertive person. I'm assertive and I'm also aggressive. I can be both. I give you what you ask for. I give you what you need. I'll try to be assertive first. But if that's not working, if I love you, I care about you, I'm going to be aggressive, more aggressive with you. Now, if that don't work, before you get my blood pressure high for another hour, 2 hours, I'm going to detach from me and you will come back later if I care about you. If I see it's something I can change and help you with. If I feel I can't help you, I'm going to detach and will say, God bless you. Deuces in the wind. 4 simple ways to improve your communication. Now I'm open for discussion because we got 39 minutes left. Press 1 on your phone. You want to discuss it. Whatever ideas you have, let's talk about it. 39 minutes left. Press 1 on your phone. You want to communicate on that. Press 1 on your phone. Let's see. Let's do the list here. Got a few folks on here. Let's see. I know C to the J. I know you got something to say. You must be working. Let me open your line up just to open you up because I know you. CJ.
Yeah.
You working?
I'm not feeling real good. I'm here. I'm listening in though.
Okay. Any comment? I know you. Any comment?
Well, the one comment I have is about that cell phone. It just seems like people, I just thank you for saying that. It just seems like people cannot function without that cell phone. I mean, and we just, we have to learn how to shut that thing down, how to shut it down, how to talk to each other, spend time with each other. But I'm not feeling real good tonight, but I'm listening in.
Okay, my brother. Appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, the cell phone, family. The cell phone. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to say no names because somebody might know this person. We had a person some time ago in something we did, and this person had the most complaints. But when you run back to pictures, I swear to you, run back to pictures of the dialogue, look in the background, this person is on their damn phone half of the time. I'm like this, man. Look, if you're going to make a complaint to me, if you got some gripe about something, you better back it up and not you be on your phone most of the time we talking. I'm just telling you right now. That's not going to go over well with me. And I don't know if people go well with if somebody had $1 million and they're going to offer $1 million to you. How disrespectful would it be to be on your phone while this person is talking to you about how they're going to make this deal investment with you? $1 million investment. Would you be on your phone? If you would be, you're a foolish person. I'm sorry. But the thing is, like, for example, I go to all these stores around town. I go to AutoZone. I go to AutoZone, O'Reilly's. I go to all the auto parts store working on cars, whatever. I go to computer stores. I go to fast food places, restaurants. And what I'm always seeing now is somebody always messing up my order. Somebody always messing up what I got going. And what it comes down to, some young child, I call them child, they're like 16, 17, whatever. Some young person is messing up order. Why? Because they're checking updates on their phone. They look at this on their phone. They're looking down on their phone. So they miss the whole environment in the room. They missed an order. They missed that one extra step because they on their phone so much or Snapchatting or doing whatever it is. So, yes, technology is great. It's great. But it's a point where technology comes into the social world where it breaks down our system of being humans, of learning more about each other. Because technology is taking the place of humans in a lot of ways. And we're getting so used to having information at our fingertips that we don't really understand and know how to assimilate that information and know how to use it to our benefit. So I meet a lot of brain dead people these days. I meet a lot of brain dead people. What I mean by brain dead, I mean this person is talking to me, but it's very robotic. They don't have no emotion. They're looking at information, details, and they're gone. They miss the whole entire personal engagement because they're so caught up with the earbuds in their ear or checking Facebook updates, Snapchatting, or whatever it is. That's why I can only work with certain young people. You got to work with them, but you got to snap them out of whatever stupor they're in because this technology world has taken people to the next level, and it ain't going to be good for us. It ain't going to be good for us. And one time folks going to wake up and realize that. Because right now in America, they're skipping my generation, Generation X, and they're going to the millennials to be bosses of a lot of people's parents and Generation Xers. And that's going to be a problem because when you got a 21-year-old tell somebody 40-something, 50-something, 60-something how to do their job, that's an automatic problem. Because most of them don't know how to talk to you. They don't have the right respect for you. They're looking down upon you because they feel they got a degree. They're smarter than you. That's going to be a problem. I guarantee it's going to be a problem. And what you're going to have now is, I'm talking to people now, they're having problems in different department stores where millennials are being the boss and they're stressing out. They know how to handle people. They just know, I want to work on the weekends. I don't want to work on the weekends. I want to go home and party with my friends. Can you work my shift for me? Older, mature people have to work longer hours and the shifts nobody want because the millennial is the boss. And they want to go out with their friends. And they're too stressed up to deal with certain things. They have no people skills. And you know what? It's a lot of our fault for letting technology get to where it is because this is where it's going to. I don't need you. I just need the information you got from me, but I don't need you as a person. That's what it is now. Effective communication. So what do you really want to communicate to people that you don't really care about them? You don't give a damn what they're saying? If that's what you want, trust me in one thing. You will never be successful in this world with people. You're going to live a lonely life. If you can make money, you'll be rich, but you won't have no real friends. Because if you don't learn how to be effective communicating with people that look like you, that's in your space, in your neighborhood, your community, that's a very lonely life. Very lonely. Unless something wrong, something special about you, that's a very lonely life. Because innately with people in our DNA, we're still a tribal people, family. So in your DNA, we are created to work with other people. And if that part is broken in your body, if that part is broken in your mind, technology cannot replace that. Technology can't replace love, understanding, empathy, sympathy. Emotional connection will never be made, and people will never follow you. So I want folks to understand that you have to work on your communication skills. Now, I'll be the first to admit I can go on for a minute with people, and we go in some definite passionate discussions. But I always come back and reflect. I'm always able to be gained back in a conversation that's going off to the deep end for whatever reason. I can always be gained back because I know how to stop myself. If you don't have discipline to stop yourself, then I'll tell you one thing: you're gonna run over a lot of people, and nobody's gonna follow you. Nobody's gonna remember nothing about you because we are soon leaving the love portion of ourselves in this nation. And though you may not see it right now, how bad it really is, it's a lot brewing under the surface, family. A lot brewing under the surface. And we must get a grip on ourselves to get back that emotional connection that we're losing through effective communication. Because some people go off the deep end with you, and they don't mean to be personal. They don't mean to be hard on you, but something is something in their DNA, not in the DNA. Something happened in their life that's got them so high strung or so emotionally off balance, and you got to allow for that if you're going to be a leader. If you're going to be somebody who's going to get some real work done in the black community. See, the black community is built off a lot of people who's carrying a lot of problems, a lot of dysfunction, a lot of abuse. You're dealing with an abused and battered people. We can talk about being kings and queens too, but we need to talk about what's happening right now. Because you get people back to where they need to be, you got to be able to roll with the punches a little bit. And it takes somebody who understands that lifestyle to lead other people who come from that. You can't walk all over somebody who's been beat their whole life. You get a sister in your circle, family, that's been abused by men, that's been beaten up by men, stepped on by men. You can't take that sister and just talk to her any kind of way. You can't. You can't take a brother who's been abused by his father because he was a young man who's been dealing with white supremacy all these time and been talked to a certain way. You gotta give everybody respect if you want respect back. But you have to know your circle. You see? But how do you know your circle? How do you learn your circle? You spend time with them. Some people need to have time one-on-one to understand where they're coming from. Some people need, because we can get in a group setting. But either way it goes, whichever side it is, you must take that time or you cannot lead them anywhere. The problem in our black community right now is, and yes, there's a lot of black folk with money. No doubt, no argument there. There's folks with money. But then from the people with money, you got to divide the agendas now, okay? Portion of the pie, black people got money. Okay, that portion of the pie cut in half. Half of black people with money is out for their own people, and trying to make a difference. The other half is just trying to make money on whoever they can get it on. Now cut both of those in half. The one is working for his own people, trying to make it happen. Maybe this guy, or maybe this woman, half of them in that group don't know nothing about how to deal with dysfunctional people in their group. So that's going to be a problem. The other half of the group say, I'm just trying to make money on anybody I can make money on. Divide that group in half. Half of that group is going to step on your neck to get to the next level, and he's going to leave a lot of people in the wake of his storm to not trust black people who else they might come in encounter with, who might really care about them. So people getting broken and splintered on both sides. But you first need to start off with somebody who cares about you. That's the number one. Start with some people who care about your well-being as a person of the community, regardless of money. Because I tell people all the time, show me somebody. Give me 500 people. Give me 100 people with will and discipline to learn from somebody else, a willingness to learn. Give me 100 people opposed to give me 5 millionaires, and we will beat them every time. Because I know the laws of leverage. I know it can be done with the right people and the right mindset. It ain't all about family. It ain't all about money. Money, you can get money. But what you want to have, the way we getting done in this country and around the world, you can have people with money, that's fine. But if they can be bought, if they can be corrupted, they can be created somewhere they can stab you in the back. Why waste 5 years with that person then? If that's what's going to happen in the end? Because they had money? Is rich, wealthy? Who cares? In the end, if I'm getting stabbed in the back, that don't matter. Okay? If I'm the one, it was a saying, I think it was a movie, it was saying, yeah, man. He said these guys were in a movie, I remember it was called Pitch Black. Look it up. Vin Diesel's character. He was like with the other guy, and it's dark, and they found out one of the people in the group was kind of soft, and it was a female. and these little animals were out to get him, right? And he said, you know what? I think we need a bigger piece of bait. We can cut this little girl up back here, okay? Cut this little girl up back here. While they eating and storing her, we can get away. He said, you know what? We need a bigger piece of bait. You're right. And he told Vin Diesel's character, I think we need a bigger piece of bait. He said, not if I'm the one. Not if I'm the one. So it matters if you're the one that's gonna get the knife in the back. You follow me? So don't look for people with money. If they come, that's fine. But when you want education, you want somebody who care about you. Okay? I see somebody on the who to speak on this. Let me give you a window. 1610. Welcome to the call. 1610.
Hi. Good evening.
Hello.
Yes,
I
wanted to add to that. As far as communication, I know one thing that I've noticed, just living life, is that with our people, we have a hard time accepting, constructive criticism or being able to see from other people's point of view. And we tend to get offended, like for whatever reason, if, someone doesn't agree with something, like, I don't know, like the car should be red. Only good cars are red.
Right.
So we have to work on that as well. So I just wanted to add that, just because, people may disagree on, maybe small details doesn't mean, they should get hurt or, dysfunctional over it. But I think that's kind of tying into what you were talking about earlier as far as like, that we're abused people. I think it all factors into that.
Absolutely. Absolutely what I'm talking about. People, you get your butt hurt on one thing and you want to just shut down. Well, it's a sad fact that everything we deal with in the community right now with the dysfunctional people we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, here's one thing for sure. This was all by design. So if you the way we let them beat us, if we can let something stop us on some petty differences, that's how we lose. We don't, because they know they couldn't stop us by taking all our money, all our resources away from us. They knew if they could break our family apart, that would be where we can get us, because they know that 100 people can be 5 millionaires all day long. It's like you can. We have numbers. Let's go to the political arena. And I'm not really a political person, but Republicans and Democrats. Look at how they're fighting. Look at the tactics they're using. You got the Republican side. Most of them is wealthy and powerful. That's what they represent. The Democrat side, overwhelming amount of people. But what they do, they change the laws, make it hard for people to get jobs. Change the laws, make it hard for them to get health care. They make it hard for people to get natural water and everything. So it's like, you know what? They keep us so off balance. We'll keep us confused. They make the light skin against the dark skin. The Hispanics against the Indians, the Asians against black and white, whatever. The point is, if we all came together, if we really want to, we could shut all this down. But it ain't gonna happen right now. You know why? Because the games are too great going on in circles. And I'm like, okay, that's happening with the whole world. But I'm like, forget about them. Let's focus on us. Because the problem, what I know about people, and I deal with a lot of people with millionaires and stuff like that, I notice everybody says, we in the same game. We all one people. We all together. That sounds great. It sounds great. I would love to believe that. That's not reality, though. The reality is this. Black folks' culture got taken from them. We are the only people in this country that's given the stuff that we have been through with no repair, no rehabilitation. We'll destroy ourselves if we don't watch it. And they will watch. Because everybody else's culture, they get their little information. We all one people. I'm giving out $1 million to each group. They get their money going. Okay, now we can detach from them. We can go help ourselves now. That's what everybody else is going to do. But black folks, we sit here fighting, see, over petty differences. Because they want to keep going. Do you know if black folks got our mind back right, the Syrians, the Pakistanis, the Indians, everybody who's in our community living off of us, they were shut down. Because we are funding everybody's dream except our own. And it's just a game. It's just a matter of us getting our mind right. Because them people fight too. They got problems. They're not like perfect people. I'm going to tell you something. Since I was where I lived before, I saw literally had two family fights Mexican people, okay? I watched them get into it. 6 months down the road, I'm back being the enemy now. They friends now. They had fights, arguments, all that. 6 months later, they treating them better than they're treating me. So it's like people can't tell me, oh, we in the same together, we the same team, and are we all just one people? Man, I don't want to hear that. I don't. I know we got to focus on ourselves. We got unique issues in this country, and we don't address them as our people and say we can't worry about what's going on with everybody else's group. Focus on our group. Stop getting yourself in all these little other things. Let's deal with our people. We ain't going to have nothing left when the smoke settles, when the music stops. Ain't going to be no cheer for black folks in this country because we're too busy trying to help everybody else. I'm not with that. I'm not going to spend my life doing that. I've seen too much. 30 years have taught me a lot in this country. I'm not going to waste my time, and I do mean waste, trying to help every other group out because they ain't looking out for us. They're not. And if people believe in that, you're fooling yourself, and you spend the rest of your life realizing the foolishness that you did, that you had. Foolish. So that's that. That is that. I'll see somebody want to talk. Okay. All right, my sister, appreciate the time, man. I'm going to go to one more call here. 8035. My brother, welcome to the call.
Good evening, my brother. Good evening. Oh, it's going pretty good here this evening. Except, there was a time when in unions, and especially service employees, which are your people that are in city halls and in hospitals and anything that you can think of, restaurant supply, planners, drafters, the city people out there cleaning the streets and all like that. A very large number of African-American black folks that was there in that whole mix, even here in the Bay Area, especially here in the Bay Area. Nothing was being done for blacks as it was being done for others, but it was just kind of rolling along. So there was a group of us that came together, went to the International Convention, and put forth a resolution to have an African American caucus in each and every local be represented, have a place on the board, and we would deal with things strictly for black.
Right.
Well, it ended up passing. That was good. The chapters were set up. But as chapters set up and we started gaining strength in numbers, strength in politics, because a politician, you rent them out by writing a check and giving them some money. Just rent those folks out. But the next thing that happened was that at that time it was just the gay lesbian group or whatever you call them. They came and said, we want to do the same thing y'all do, help. I said, no. Help yourself. Within the group, literally helped them to get that. Then they went and the Hispanics came. And Hispanic caucus came about. Well, then the Asian Pacific Islander caucus came about. Who do you think was pushed to the rear? And who came up with the idea in the first place? Because there was somebody that's in the group that's going to deviate from the mean and not be aware of your situation. Because when you really think about it, it don't cost nothing to pay attention. That's what people go to school for. That's what you talk about. Just pay attention. It don't cost nothing. Might as well know what they're talking about.
Right.
But why are you going to go out and help like that? And we have a lot of folks still to this day, those with money, lots and lots of money. They doing what they're doing, others not. Some of them giving up a little bit. That's okay. But they're not doing it in a group or a family or a community way. They certainly are not doing that. So what I'm trying to say is this. I'm glad that the group is the way it is right now, where everybody is on point, and we are solid on point, and people have to be vetted to get in, because what we're doing right now is something that is kind of like saying up from slavery, because we're tired of this and we can't take it no more. And our particular pressure that will be a social pressure by all of us that are black, which is a $1.3 trillion industry here, because we buy everything. Get the red copper skillet. Da-da-da-da. Only said that because I did it myself. But we spend money, okay, and not where it's supposed to be spent, and the way it's supposed to be spent, and leveraged in a way to make you have more.
That's right.
You just got to watch out and make sure that we all here together.
That's where it comes. That's why I said effective communication. People got to convey what you want. You can't convey what you want.
Yep.
You know, talking over people and stuff, trying to sound smart. Convey what you want.
That's what I'm saying. Say what you want, but pay attention. Right. Listen, as you said earlier. Listen, pay it. It don't cost nothing to pay attention. That make because we associate everything with cost anyway. Well, this don't cost you anything. They say everything ain't free. Yes, it is. Knowledge is if you just be quiet and listen. You learn. Yes, you will. So I agree with you, Wolf. Yes, sir.
Okay, I appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. I got one more call. I got two more here. Let me see here. 9722. Welcome to the call. 9722.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, Wolf. You know, in the name of the originator of the heavens and the earth, it's an honor and a privilege to come before this cast this evening and to have the grand opportunity of speaking and sharing effective communication. One thing that I've learned as an individual how to become effective in your communication is fasting. Fasting, abstaining from food, abstaining from things that you like to do. And as a result of that, I build up my will because I understood that I wasn't doing my will. I was submitting my will to the originator of the heavens and the earth. So as a result of that, he gave me effective communication, studying, and applying myself so that I can show myself approved in the communication field. So I recommend to all those who want to have effective communication, fast, pray, study, work out, because it builds your will up. It strengthens your confidence. It strengthens your self-esteem. And when it's all said and done, we submitting to the originator of the heavens and the earth, wanting to do his will for the sake of empathy in reference to the condition of our people who think like us, who believe like us. See, those are our people who upholding the morals and the principle and the high standard, because we know it's not easy. We know it's a task. We know it's a job. We know it's a duty. See, a lot of people don't qualify. So therefore you cannot expect it, but you hope and you pray for them that they one day catch on or catch up.
That's
because
right.
We move.
I agree with you on that.
We moving, man. We moving and we grooving, and we ain't got time to really wait, but we will be patient, because patience is a virtue, and the highest virtue is submission and obedience to the originator of the heavens, so he can bless us as a people.
I got one more caller, bro. I hear you. I got one more caller.
Yes, sir.
Here.
Thank you guys very much, and have a beautiful evening. God bless.
All right now. Let me one more. All right, I got 8518. 8518. Welcome to the call.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys very much, and have a beautiful evening. God bless.
All right. It's an echo. 8518.
8518. Welcome to the call. Yes, sir. Thank you guys very much, and have a beautiful evening. God bless.
Turn your radio down. Something is echoing.
Yes, thank you.
All right, I can hear you now. Hey, Queen, what's going on?
Hi, this is Queen. Wonderful. I was just so pleased to have this effective communication broadcast tonight, and to all the speakers. wonderful, exceptional, effective communication. I was able to take good notes, and my husband Rodney is here, and we just want to
What's going on, Rodney?
acknowledge.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
I'm good. Y'all welcome to the call. Glad y'all here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you. And sometimes we're here and we don't get in, but that's good. That means that the broadcast is going great. It's phenomenal when you have so many callers that everybody don't really get to sometimes get in, but we get to take notes of that. Thank you for you too. Thank you for making it possible for people to go back to the archives and get more notes, more understanding, so we can all have better, effective communication.
Okay.
So I didn't really have a lot to add, and I'm not sure Rodney had a lot to add.
Oh, here's my thing about effective communication. A lot of times with communication, period, you are, number one, either trying to find out information or you're trying to give information, or you're trying to convey a certain message. And that's the whole thing with communication, period. So the effective way of communicating is everybody's going to have a different opinion on certain things. Some people are going to agree with your opinion, but it's all about respecting the opinion. And that's where you're going to, that's where you're going to get it.
That's where you get the backlash, right, the respect.
Absolutely. And I heard you say that too. I heard you say that, Brother Wolf, because it's all about respecting the information that is either given or respecting the information that is received. And so
absolutely.
So here's the thing is a lot of people get mad when they ask you a question. They get mad about the answer. When you
right.
They don't like the answer. So
you saying that, brother? Talk to me. You don't ask them with a question you don't want the answer to. That's what you do.
Right, absolutely. So it's all about showing love and respect. If you got love and respect, everything is always going to come out positive. I'm not going to always agree with a certain person, and they may not agree with me, but I'm going to respect what is given. I'm going to take what I need, and I'm going to keep moving, keep it positive. So that's my thing. That's my thing about effective communication, and I'm so blessed to have brothers here. See, I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, so I'm still learning about the Bay Area, and I love all my people in the Bay Area, and I love being here, and I'm learning a lot, and I'm absorbing and trying to see where I fit in.
Okay.
But you all helping me fit in real well. I appreciate you. I thank you. I love you.
Hey, we love you, bro. We love you, bro. You in good hands. You in good hands.
Okay. I love you, man. So here's a wife.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, I love what my husband put on that point and got that out there, that you are echoing what you already helped us understand. And it is that respect for the person giving out of love, and respect the information, whether you agree with it or not. Thank you, and then keep moving. Seeing that's how we all stay connected and bonded, even spiritually. It's because we know we have that love and respect. And sometimes that information we may not want to hear, but it's truth because it's coming from somebody who already love and respect you to spend their time to even give it to you. Because all of time is valuable. We're all doing 20 and 30 jobs. Many of them we're not getting compensated for. So anybody in this BABC group that give you information, if everyone understand and come from that premise that it's invaluable, it's already from love, it's already spiritual, it's already for the growth, because as an independent person, We can't see everything. We can't know everything, which is why our Creator has put us all together, because we do have like-minded spirits. We are loving, giving people. So, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I got one more call. Okay, I appreciate you guys too.
And,
we'll
see you on the 8th. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a blessed day.
All right, you too, Queen. All right, now I got one more caller, but before I go, Queen and Rodney just hit on something I want to talk about real quick. And you have to take this to heart, family. This is what you call effective communication right now, okay? I appreciate somebody way more if they tell me the truth about how they feel about some situation. And this is what we're doing over here. You don't want to do that? Why you don't want to do that? Okay, great. That's how you feel? Great. At least we know how you feel about it. I hate having to go into my deep set skill sets on learning people and reading people and getting to know people. I got to pry stuff out of you. Effective communication says, this is what I don't like, this is why I don't like it. Like my brother Marshall. Brother Marshall, Marsh made 69. We shot to Marsh. He's had a birthday. We celebrated all day for him. Marsh type of dude, he going to tell you how he feels. Okay? I appreciate that. I don't like having to waste days, months, trying to find out if a person wants to do something or not. You ask him, he'll tell you. CJ, another one. Love CJ, he ain't feeling good tonight. Love him to death. CJ don't have a lot of filters on certain things. He gonna just tell you. I appreciate that. Because if I'm getting ready to go into a task, like if I'm getting ready to go through a jungle, a wildfire full of stuff to go get something on the other side, right? On the other side, I'm not going to find what I'm looking for. But you'll sit next to me and watch me go over through a jungle, cut down 2 trees, run through some, bob and weave, miss a mountain lion, dodge a bobcat, pass a coyote to get on the other side, and what I'm looking for on that side is not there. You know this. But you'll watch me make this journey. You follow me? Somebody listening tonight. You see me do that journey, and you know damn well before I left the house, you knew it wasn't going to be there. But you want to watch me go through that journey. I don't respect that. I don't. I'm the type of person is this. I'm very detail-oriented. When I get to do something, I'm looking and focused on it. I'm going in. That's it. So before I go in, you got something you want to tell me before I go in, because this is what I'm going to do. You know how I'm rolling. You know how I'm going to do it. Tell me ahead of time if you ain't down with this. Don't have me wait to find out later, because now I'm going to be irritated. Now I'm pissed off, see? Because you knew the storm I'm going into, and yet you didn't even give me the information that I needed before I went into that storm. This is what bothers me about people. Some black folks, we want to do that because we're upset about something didn't go our way. So we want to waste time and let somebody go full circle because you feel better about them going a long way. Now, if you gave me some advice and I didn't take it, that's something different. I gave a lot of advice to a lot of people. They didn't take it. So when they went through that journey, cut them 2 trees down, missed that bobcat, dodged that mountain lion, and got to the other side and he wasn't there, I don't feel so bad because you know why? Mr. Wolf told you it was going to be like this. You chose not to listen to me. Now that's your bad. That's your bad. I got one more call. I'm going to give her the last bit. Let me see where she at. I think we lost her. Anyway. Yeah, she'll be on next week. Okay. But the thing is, that's it, family. Effective communication. You'll get more. My mom used to always say, my grandma used to always, Big Mom used to always say, you will catch more more bees with honey than you do vinegar. It's better to be nice to people up front. You do a lot more good. You ain't gonna agree with everybody. You don't agree with everything I say. But that's okay though. I respect you. You respect me. We're gonna move forward. We're gonna make progress. I guarantee we'll make progress because we understand each other very, very well, or better than we did before. And as we go on as friends, family, we will do better as a group. And that's the most thing important tonight, family. Be effective in your communication. You don't expect going to the world that you're gonna get everything you want. It ain't gonna happen that way. Lord knows I tried. It didn't work out. But you got to understand, be effective in your communication. Be real. Keep it 100. And you will get a better result than you will by not doing that. With that, family, you guys have a good night. It's my birthday coming up in that first week of April. We will not have the show that day. I'm going to upload this to YouTube. You like us on YouTube, family. Spend a lot of time doing this. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, The Bay Area Black Community. Make sure you follow us on Twitter if you're on Twitter. Bay Area Black is our title. You can find us there. It's a protected tweet, so you can't just add yourself. I got to check you out. Make sure you're a real person, not some kind of suspect, agent or whatever. And like our public page on Facebook, The Bay Area Black Community. And with that, family, I'm going to go out with my brother Eddie Crow, Separate. Good night, family.
Separate when you notice it's something great. Hate to hate, but I'm shaking up all the fake. About the powers for our kids. We gotta save it so they can easily live. Lethal, my people, ain't treated equal. Tired of sequels, stories bore me, lies kill glory. Black so beautiful, matter before me. Before extinction, we won't be preaching, we can't be marching. And that shit go in the coffin. Black fist, black thoughts, whites want us cut off. Right now, get rid of coons in the room. Don't assume we clean here, fuck the rear. Ain't no luck, that tool truck, we know war. Life on line, we gotta fight from the core. Outnumber, we pull back, but come around and flank you. Race soldiers don't fight you, gotta think like they do. Blaze trails we walk through, work together, don't disagree. One mom, black carpool, running over them